All right, guys. Wednesday, not a good day, as you can see on the screen. I took a huge loss today, 953. It will set us back on our journey probably at least a week, I would say. A couple of things went wrong today. I'll explain that in a little bit. Uh, busy day, busy day. Just the market just took a dive. Somehow my none of my channels saved, so let's go to the tray here real quick. And you notice I try to take a lot of trades. Some of it I placed by mistake, and I was coding in the middle of it. So two of the trades didn't execute correctly for me. And then I think one of it I did it incorrectly, so I got a little bit emotional. And but overall, I was disappointed in myself. I think moving forward, if if I'm down an equivalent of two trades, I'm just gonna call it a day, right? I can't, I, I just can't, or we just can't afford to have a day like this where it set us back a week, right? The reason I said two equivalent losing trade is that so these setups supposed to be a high probability setup, and if we lost two, just walk away, let your mind clear it up and come back. It's a lot easier to come back from two losing trades than I don't know how many losing trades this is, a bunch here. Okay. And the only good thing that came out of this really is that I'm glad that this happens to me when I'm doing one contract and not 10 contracts, right, or more, right? So, and this is why we have to ease in with the one contract. I'm just, as I was driving today, I was just telling myself, hey, it's a good thing that it happens this early in the journey and not happen when we're taking like a $10,000 loss because we lost so many trade when we're trading so many contracts. So lesson learned: one or two lose for the day equivalent, right, in the negative. I gotta tell myself to just stop and um, come back the next day. I do believe I mean I'm very confident that we're gonna be able to get it back, but it's just gonna take us, a little longer. And beginning of the journey is already long, right? And it's just so little. So now it's just gonna make it that much harder. But we have to get over this mindset. Um, okay, so zoom in, like you can see a lot of action. It just went down. It's it's a down day for sure. Okay, so the high the high is somewhere all the way up there, and the market opens right here. This is about 650. I'm just gonna walk you through as much as I can. The recorder didn't work towards the end as well, so we might be missing something. So I think this one is the one that I did pretty good on. Um, you can see that it double bottom out, came up, recheck at EMA again, and I placed it here. And you can see because so just imagine you're looking at the channel. So overnight somewhere over here, let me close this. Overnight somewhere over here, so it's really so you want to fit it in, and when you start placing an order, all those bar comes out here you can't see. So you're doing this, and this actually happened twice to me today. So you're doing this, it's really small, right? And you're trying to put the order in, and oh, and I think first thing in the morning when you fire up Ninja Trader, go somewhere far and place an order. Just just place an order, place a limit order or something,
Order submitted.
right? Just do that and make sure
Order
it takes.
canceled.
Because right at 6:30, what happened is I believe it was right here. I want to take a short. There's two location. It was somewhere along here. I want to take a short, and it just tells me that hey, I cannot place it because it's not at the market or something like that, right? So I have to reboot everything, bring it back up. So lost an opportunity there. So always open it up, and then make sure that you're on the right strategy too. I need to personally delete some of my ATM strategy because that got caught up today. But anyway, so this is the first trade, And then the second trade took us out, and this is where I got really emotional here, right? So it's a high volatility day, okay? So as soon as I saw this particular setup right here, uh, let me see. So I saw this setup right here, okay? So we went first entry short, second entry short right here, and we just went we just went down about 50 points, right? And we're finally making a leg up right here and another one right here. Okay, I had that measure out. Okay, so I said, hey, prices are going to be up here. It's not going to tank. Okay, so I said this is a trap. So I placed it right here and it went up. Okay, and if you look at this bar right here, if you look at this bar, it's a little bit more. It's at the time it was about $150 loss. So I was, I was telling myself, do I need to put it there or can I just leave it at 2? Or can I just leave it below this point right here? And you can see the trap is officially below the biggest swing, right, which is right here. So instead of leaving it right there, I just left it right here, and sure enough, it came back and just kicked us out, and then came came up and give us the trade. Whereas if I really leave it right here where the stop loss is supposed to be, it's $25 more, right? But we would have gotten the trade. So sometimes you have to do that. Another thing is, when the risk is too big, maybe just stay out. But if you're gonna go in, make sure you do it. Okay, so that's the first loss, and I got emotional that I didn't follow the rule. Then so I came back. So so I lost this one, and then I came over here and I said, uh, oh, so it's got to go down now because this is already a trap. So I place an order right here, regardless where it is. Think I think I placed an order right here and then it kicked me out. So two consecutive loss. I'm like, man, this is not good, right? And then if you look at it, I didn't even place my stop correctly because the screen is so small because you want to be able to see the whole thing, right? And so I look at it, I'm like, man, I didn't even do that right. Um, so already two loss, right? I was able to salvage and get positive $29. So I think I placed this order correctly right here, going for just really going for the trap right here. We went up first entry, second entry. Even though it got the scalp, right, you can see a clear rejection here and went down. Um, I don't even know. I don't even know what I did there, why I went into. Oh, it was uh, it was really. I think I meant to do it right here, but because of the small screen, I end up doing it right here. I think that's what it is, but I got that one, and then I got this one, I believe. Yes, I got this one. So went back up here. The reason I took this one is that hey, we went extended down, right? Went right here, and then we form a double top. I mean a double bottom, right? And then it went back up. We're only looking for a scalp, so I felt pretty good about this one. And the risk is basically 2, so it's within the risk tolerance of our trade. Then I went and I got this one as well, right? So went up. This is pretty easy, and I think the easiest one to identify whether it works is it rejects the EMA, right? It went up, rejects the EMA, try to come back up, came back down, first entry, came back up, recheck EMA. Sure enough, it's pretty easy. And here it is again. Look at that. The entry is supposed to be right here, but the small screen actually put it all the way down here, right? We still got the trade, but I mean, we could have gone out a lot sooner than where we're supposed to. But we got that one. So by now, I'm already back to positive, okay? And things went wrong. So what I was doing is I'm trying to place one trade, but for my regular account, and also mimic that for my IIA account, right? So I was doing coding and applying the strategy on the coding side on the back. I should not have done it while I was doing real trade. We should have tested and do it after hours or something, but something happened. It kicks in sometime my ATM strategy did not work, right? So this one here, I took a loss here. No, this one I actually won this one. Yes. So this one, first entry, second entry right here. Again, the order is supposed to be down here. Technically, we're not supposed to hit until this little bar right here, but small screen got in there. But luckily, I was able to get it. The stop loss is set at the right place now. I learned my lesson. Oh, and here's one of those where I set the where my ATM strategy didn't apply correctly because of my coding. It went in and it just kicked me right out and took a loss on that. I think I think it took a loss, and I'm like, what happened, right? So that's one loss. It's a small loss, but still, I didn't know what happened there, so I was debugging the code. And I think this one right here is also a coding mistake here. So I did a short trap. I put it right here. I bought it right here. It's supposed to be right here, but as soon as I bought it, somehow it turns the opposite way and kicked me out. Um, yeah, I don't even remember what happens here, but it did that, right? So if I went in right here, my stop loss is supposed to be down here, and then, but it just kicked me out. Is that two? Yeah. Oh, so this particular one, the ATM strategy didn't apply, so I had to go apply it manually, and by the time that I got done, um, it I already been kicked out. I couldn't move it. I couldn't move it, and then you can see that my entry is almost a point above what it should be too. So that's another loss. And by now I'm already down like 500 bucks, right? So I'm all emotional about it. And then it happens again. The ATM strategy kicked me out twice right here. So it kicked me out right here. I'm like, no. And then I went back and tried to force my way in, and I took another big loss right here. So now I'm like 700 bucks down the hole. I'm like, man, I I need to recover somehow. And and as soon as I say that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go for this trap. So one tick up. So I put it right here. I think what I saw was if I remember correctly, I had a line right here from the previous morning, previous, yes, this right here. Yeah, right there. So I said, okay, so if the trap, so first entry, second entry, third entry, did not see any of that, right? I just say, okay, first entry, here's a second entry right here. So this is a trap, so I put it right here, right? I do a short right here, not even seeing this, so it went right down here. Just have a point and come back up and took another loss. Now I'm really down. Then something else happened over here. And then something happens right here that bumps me out even more. So we have first entry, clear, recheck the EMA. Second entry, went all the way up here, recheck, close it below the EMA, right? So I said, you know what, this is still making over the EMA. And then the second one, clear confirmation that it rechecks the EMA. So I put an order in, meant to go below that, but again, I would zoom out so far, it did it at the same level, so I got fill, and then it kicked me out. I took another loss of about $150. Whereas if I place it right here, I would get my scalp on the next one. And I'm like, oh, what a bummer. So that's another loss. And now I'm just emotionally exhausted looking at this. I don't even know what the hell happened here. Yeah, I don't even know what happened here, but apparently I took a $200 loss right here. One, two, three. $212 loss on this trade that I couldn't even see what I'm seeing. So, and I think that's why I'm really gonna hold myself to, if I lose two trade, I'm just gonna call it a day and clear my head, right? As you can see, uh, once you're emotionally exhausted, you just can't make good decisions anymore. Oh, and then there's more over here. Wow, I did a lot of trades today. So I don't even know what this one is. I don't remember getting a 3 point anywhere, so. Oh, and there's more over here. Anyways, I just went in so many of these trades, 17 of them. Now I don't even remember, but a lot, some of it is impacted by me unwilling to put my stop loss where it needs to be. That's how the day started, right? The second trade I lost because of that. And then after that, it compounded on the fact that some of my what I'm doing during the day with my code affected how I some of these results, right? Oh, here's the coding issue again. So just like right there, and then it happened. Um, so I can't afford to do that anymore. I think there's one where I remember, even at that point, I'm still trying to recover. There's one with an inside candle where I took a really big loss on as well. But so lesson learned, like I said, unfortunately, this is gonna set me back. I don't like it. I'm really disappointed in myself, but I'm just glad that it happened when I'm doing one contract. If this was more contract, it would be devastating for my account. So, um, hope to have a better day tomorrow. We'll look out for a clear price action. Okay, all right. I think I ramble on long enough. Thanks for watching, and I'm just gonna put the video on. You guys can see I don't have any of the marker. Like I said, overall, it's just a pretty bad day. Yep, so, all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay?
Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Target filled. Target filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Stop filled.